So I'm sitting here with Sara from Weighless Cookies, and I've been on a diet eating carnivore for the last 3 months, and while it's worked fantastically, I'm craving cookies. So this is the solution, Weighless Cookies. Sara, tell us about your business. What do you do?
So basically we have a full line of gluten-free, low-fat, low-carb, gluten-free cookies. We have muffins. We actually also do pizza crust and pizza rolls also as well.
Pizza crust!
So the idea is that these cookies actually keep you full.
Okay.
The ingredients inside work together with, if you drink with it, it actually suppresses your appetite and keeps you full for a few hours.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Okay. I'm like, pizza crust. You had me at pizza crust.
Yeah, right? So yeah, we make those from scratch also.
Okay.
Those, they have to be frozen, obviously, just like any other pizza crust. We make rolls. We actually do that not only just for year-round, but for Passover as well.
Okay.
So people like that also because they want to be able to eat the pizza crust
sure.
without actual bread inside of it. We make these cookies actually for Passover as well.
Okay.
And we sell them all over New York, New Jersey. We're in Florida, Chicago.
Okay, so tell us about your supply chain. You have a factory and near Elizabeth. It's in which area?
Roselle Park.
Roselle Park.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. And that's in New Jersey. So, how long have you been there?
We've been there almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Yes.
Okay, so you have a factory there, and then you have warehouse and distribution there as well.
I'm sorry.
Warehouse and distribution in the same location.
In-house. Yes.
Oh, everything in-house.
Everything
so you're not outsourcing anything.
So we actually were dealing with a distributor for a little while.
Okay.
And we actually started on our own. We partnered up with a distributor. We're actually now looking for distributors. We possibly found one in Florida.
Okay.
We're looking for a new one in California.
Right.
But we actually travel all the time, looking for new business, new distributors.
Yes, yes.
But we're doing it a lot ourselves now. So.
Okay. So why do you do most of the distribution yourself?
It's a lot of times we've found that when you take care of your own product, sometimes it sells better. Unfortunately, it's hard because you can't be in 50 places at one time.
Sure.
So we're starting to delegate and try to get more people to help us with that.
But you have a warehouse and you have your own team there.
Yes.
So as businesses grow, and that's one of the reasons that we're talking to you, because we're seeing this incredible growth in the food industry in the States, and so I'm really excited by the growth. And as companies are growing, what we're seeing is that the existing processes that they've got in place are actually being challenged. Okay, so that's where you start to apply automation and systems, because if you can't be there, you have to rely on the people that you employ, and you need processes.
Exactly,
right?
Yep.
And this brings in the challenges. So, for example, people. How are you finding finding new people and bringing staff in? Is it?
It's been challenging. Definitely challenging. Now with COVID, and then I feel like a lot of people don't want to work anymore.
I'm hearing that from everywhere. Everyone says
it's very hard.
Yeah, the staff just don't want to work.
No.
Yeah.
A lot of it didn't help when they were giving money to everybody.
Sure. Sure.
And then. So,
I didn't see that money.
I didn't either. I kept working,
Exactly.
I was offering jobs. I was, end up having to pay more money.
Correct.
Because otherwise people are like, I can go and sit at home and get more money from unemployment.
I know.
So it's unfortunate. But I could never do that. I need to be working.
No,
I need to keep busy.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, what are your challenges around product and supply? Obviously, you make your own product. So, how do you find the inbound supply of raw material?
Just costs of stuff have gone up and everything. We're constantly trying to find better packaging for our products. We're actually in the process now of coming out with a grab-and-go cookie.
Okay.
So it's not going to involve plastic. Plastic has shot up in price astronomically. The guy I deal with all the time is like, "Oh, do you need more containers?" I'm like, "Oh, the price has gone up. It's going to go up again. It's going to go up again." I'm like, but I have 1,000 cases. I don't need it. But that's very hard.
Yeah. And your ingredients, do you have challenges around the traceability and?
So for the we have had in the past. Most recently, one of our suppliers, we were having it shipped from Washington.
Right.
Just during COVID just stopped selling to retailers.
Yeah.
Even though technically wholesale, but they would not, unless I'm buying like 1,000 pallets of something, which is like
no,
ridiculous.
it's crazy. Yeah.
So my local restaurant Depot, I don't know if you're familiar with them, they started carrying my product, but they order directly from there.
Yeah.
But I have to order pallets at a time. But I mean, just everything has gone up in price. It's sometimes hard to find product.
Right.
Even we use a peanut butter powder.
Yes.
And we couldn't find it.
Yeah.
And we were searching everywhere, and then we finally found one store an hour and a half away, drove there and bought whatever they had. So hopefully it lasts. And then we went to a different store and they had it again. But you can never be without your product. So
So we're seeing this a lot. The supply chain challenges as it started with COVID, but for some reason it's just carrying on and continuing. And there are shortages. We know that. And yet our businesses are growing. It's a strange situation that we find ourselves in. On your outbound product side, what is your shelf life or expiry date on the product?
It's an average of 5.5 months.
5.5 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can freeze them for even longer,
right.
But on the shelf, it's about 5.5 months.
Mm-hmm. And do you have challenges with managing the expiry dates in your warehouse?
Not really.
No, because you're moving product rapidly.
It's constantly moving out pretty fast.
Right.
So we never really have an issue.
Okay.
The summertime was definitely a little quieter.
Right.
So we just managed, you see
sure.
that it's moving slower,
give
the guys a break a little bit,
So so you're managing the forecasting of the product, and you're doing a good job on that side. Yeah. How many people do you have in your warehouse?
Currently, we have about 8 or 9 people working constantly.
Right.
And then on this, outside of that, we have other people like doing sales for us here and there.
Of course.
And then, we work also with like graphic designers and packaging companies and boxing companies who constantly are always like, on our side, to help us with anything we need.
Of course. Tell me, in the warehouse, are you using any automation or systems?
So we actually have one machine that actually scoops the cookies out for us.
Okay.
We just actually got yesterday, it took a while because it came from another country, we got a machine that actually is going to package our grab-and-go cookies.
Oh, that's cool. Fantastic.
So I think it came from Argentina.
Okay.
So it had to be shipped to Florida, and then the hurricane held us back.
Right.
So that should be our grab-and-go cookies should be out in a couple of months.
Fantastic.
So that actually packages them in the cookies, and then the rest is really hand done.
Right. And orders into the warehouse, are you using standard orders that are and giving them paper, or do you have a system in the warehouse that controls the warehouse?
Right now it's paper, but we're working on that. As the business grows, we're trying to grow as well. So, we got to work with what we have. But I always say, some people ask me, why don't you have a bigger staff? And we owned a restaurant for 13 years. It's not always sometimes having more people. It's just more people standing around, not knowing what to do, and things getting messed up. You can actually control it when there's less people.
I agree. If you can get those processes well defined and you get the people well trained, you can use way less people. And often we see that by putting in a system with technology, what happens is that your process becomes more formalized. And it's not the system that reduces the workload or reduces the people, it's actually the process and the formalization of it, which as a business owner and CEO of the organization, you understand,
Totally.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Okay, well, I'm so excited to try this product. It's my coffee has been lacking in the morning, so I'm definitely going to grab some, and it's really been great to have you on the show. Thank you very much for coming, and we'll chat again.
You can have your cake and eat it too, right?
Oh, absolutely. Brilliant stuff.
Thank you so much.
So much.
Thank you.